Hello, hello. Just waiting on a few people to come in before we get started. I kind of got this angled. I'm trying to, I think that's best, to where I can get the TV up behind because there's some things I want to show. Whew, sorry, y'all. I'm hot and I'm sweating. I've got, we got 1%. So we got to hurry. Please stop, whoever's texting. Okay. Get my glasses on. Just waiting on a few people to enter the chat. I can't see out these things. It's difficult with sweat. So before the power goes out, I'm going to show one clip that I wanted to talk about, and then I can finish talking until my phone dies, and then I got to go. I'm going to try to sneak in McDonald's, fill up a cup so I can have something to drink today. I don't have nothing to eat or drink right now, but I want to get this out. I've had some research done for days. First, I want to say something. We had all the rights. Then we had the no kings. Okay, I'm just going to have to fix this because they're not going to stop texting. That's Miss Debbie. Let me put do not disturb on. Okay, sorry you guys. Phone ain't rung all day, and as soon as I try to do a live stream, the thing starts going off. I don't know if it has to do with service or what. But we had the No King's Day. We had all that going on. And it was over illegal immigrants coming into our country, right? And how we don't like it, and people that's against the immigration controls and having people deported and go back to their country. And a lot of Mexican flags were flying. And I want to focus on that for a moment. I just want to show y'all a blip, probably about 45 seconds or something. So how is it going to be if it's in reverse? Can I ask y'all that? We're looking at how the Hispanic community, specifically Mexico, that are in California, Texas, and other states are feeling being here in the U.S. How would that same population feel if Americans were in their country? Well, let me show you. Let me show you. Then I want to hear the discussion. I'm going to have to turn this. I apologize. The lead attorney, and of course I've got a commercial to go through. It's the lead attorney. I just want you to do it first, like 30 seconds is all.
These protesters in Mexico City say cross-border migration is changing their country's capital for the worse. Over the last decade, an influx of mostly American so-called digital nomads have moved here to work remotely and also enjoy a cheaper cost of living. Protesters say the newcomers have driven up rents beyond the reach of locals.
All right, so Mexicans are protesting that Americans are living in Mexico legally. You see the sign here, it says Mexico para los mexicanos. Mexico for Mexicans. Imagine if we were to say America for Americans. Guys,
Okay. That's all I wanted to show with that clip. I want to know what you think about that. Say chicken jockey. I'll tell you what. You hit my Cash App with $2 and I'll say whatever you ask me to say. Otherwise, don't ask me to say nothing when you're somebody I don't know. Okay. I wanted to point that out because it's the exact reverse of what we just went through. And people like me who are identity theft victims, who can't get a job right now because 4 people are working at the place I applied with no paperwork under somebody's daughter's documentation, but I can't get a job there. I don't have a bad criminal record. I don't have a bad civil record. I don't have I don't have a problem taking a drug test or anything else. So what's the issue? Hey, Gosia. Not gonna answer the stupid questions. Okay. Now, the next thing that I was going to talk about real quick in our headlines is the Diddy case. And a couple things that I found in research. A couple questions that I had. And one thing is the difference between the Ifa religion and the Lima. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. Let me see if I can't lay this towel out and put it on my lap without it sticking to me. What's up, Mama Bear? It's 113 inside here where I'm at right now, just so everybody knows according to the thermometer. Anyway, there are similarities between the two religions, and a lot of people, Christian folk, get it confused, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Right, I think everywhere has the same immigration problems. It's a problem when you open the door. Imagine opening your front door to your house and letting 150 people walk in to live. And you tell them you're going to pay for it and be okay with it. Start there and see how it works out for you. What I want to talk about the Lima began by Aleister Crowley. And I personally believe, though he's never came out and said so, that Diddy and a lot of people in the Hollywood area practiced at the Lima. When I looked into it, the book of love, love is love. The book of love is like their Bible. Love is the mantra, right? Diddy changed his name to Love. He has Love Records. And the red, white, and black outfits symbolize different things. Coming out, changing your name to Love, and doing Love Records, if he was in that religion, according to Grok, different chat GPT, just looking it up on Google, doing research, going back through some paperwork documents when I got to go to the library, is a signal to anyone in that religion that he is now at the upper echelon, that he is basically the number one in that religious order. And within less than 6 months of the name change, the record name change, and the album coming out, the Love album coming out, and getting that 50-year anniversary thing, everything else came out. Why? Timing is everything a lot of times. Maybe there's someone below him that don't want him there. Personally, I believe it does go back to the liquor thing. You bit the hand that fed you. You bit somebody that has a lot of money, a lot of power, and a lot of control. Sometimes power is worth more than money. If you have power over 5 people that has $1 billion each, you don't need a damn dollar in your account. Because you've got the power to do anything. If you have, let me tell you, you want to explain Diddy and Epstein and ask where's the client list and where's the tapes? I'm going to answer your question right here, right now. If I'm a government official, if I'm in the CIA, And I want to make sure that whatever government in a time of need, I want to hold an ace in the hole. I want to make sure that they vote how I want them to vote. If I have kings, queens, princes, CEOs, the face of corporate America, whatever it may be, whatever that person is in the moment, if I have a videotape of them interacting with someone under the age of 15 in an sexual manner, I own them. Why do I want to put it out there and publish it for free and lose my ownership? Now, personally, I think Mossad and the CIA, Epstein was a joint mission. And I'm putting this out there. I'm probably demonetized. YouTube will probably take this video down. So if you're not in this live stream, you're probably not even going to hear what I'm saying. Sorry, guys. I'm sweating. I don't have anything to drink right now. So just doing the best that I can at the moment. I'm going to have to turn the TV off, save what little bit of power I got so my fan will still run. Yeah, it's 113 with a fan and windows, but blinds covering so the sun don't shine through, but they let the air through. I can't see what y'all saying too. My glasses keep fogging up. Anyway, in the theme of religion, there is a thing called sex magic. Okay? Of course, they got dirt on a lot of names. I think the Epstein and the Diddy got. I think it was an operation, and I think now our government has it. Where's all the videos? Where's the laptops and all the videos from where they raided Diddy's house? We heard about Astroglide. We heard about baby oil. We heard about toys. But where's the videos? Don't tell me there wasn't any. I have a picture still on my phone. I have a short clip showing a Homeland Security agent carrying out a laptop in an evidence bag. So miss me with that. Where's the video? Where's the video? Where's the Epstein videos? Where is, not that we want to sit and watch the crap, but in the court hearing, the videos came off Cassie's laptops, Cassie's phones. Where's the video you seized? Where's the video log of the video you seized? You don't got to show us the video itself. You can black half of it out while we're watching it. You can blur people and faces and stuff. But where's it at? And don't give us this bullshit that you gave us on Epstein. I'm mad as hell. What is that bullshit you showed us outside a cell? A fucking 10-year-old can figure out how to avoid that camera. You're talking about persons that would be sent to handle this, that would be in the movie Mission Impossible, completing something like that. You're going to tell me they could avoid that one little fixed camera? Mind you, fixed video camera. Fixed. All you could see is 2 steps. What do they think we all are? That was an insult to the American public and the public of the world, and we all need to be telling them that we feel insulted, our intelligence insulted. And by the way, and I turned the TV off. I'm going to turn it back on right quick and pull it up if I can. A clip. I don't know why no other channel is showing this. When you go into editing software where it switches over that one little minute, tell me why that switch over time is the only time this drop down menu pops up to choose your video camera angles and stuff. It didn't just roll over that way. Somebody manually went in there and did that shit. Just give me a second. I'm pulling it up. And by the way, if there's no client list, what is Miss Maxwell sitting in prison for? I mean, who did she procure women to give to? Stupid. We're not dumb. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't believe there's incriminating evidence against Trump on the videos, because I think the Democrats would have done put that out there and blew it up. He wouldn't be president right now. There's no way we would have Kamala. And I'm not for Kamala or Trump. I think Cash Patel and Dan Bongino prove exactly what I have been saying all along.
Hello.
Which is, once you get so far up the ladder in politics, you're all dirty. You're all dirty. I have seen bacoodles of videos comparing prior to getting those positions and what they had to say to now. I need help too. Bob Street, I need help as well. I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, and I have no money. I have $1.01 literally to my name. And a drink's $2 and some change. Hold on, I just got a message. Oh, okay. One of my friends is getting transferred to the hospital in Asheville right now. I think how someone in rap music got so much power is that they had some help. This is not something that happened overnight, you guys. And I personally don't think that it was something say this. Here we go. I'm going to pull it up to the point I'm looking for, and then I'll turn the camera where y'all can see.
Where Jeffrey Epstein was being held the night that he
I'm fast forwarding through some stuff. Guys, I'm probably going to end up dehydrated. Hopefully I can make it to the hospital. I'm not bad enough now that they'll even see me. Hopefully they will. Yeah, just prayers.
we move forward. Let me see. All right. It's important to understand. This is critical that
I'm just trying to get to the time. I want to show y'all something. And I can't understand why nobody else has caught this and talked about it.
The only other thing is requesting, or what I think this is the great.
We're at 11:58:50 is where I'm at right now. I want to make sure y'all can see. I want you to look. I'll point with my finger, you guys. Keep your eyes right here. And listen to what he's about to tell us.
Red flag of all this video, of the 11 hours of this video. This is hands down one of the most concerning red flags. This video is not continuous. This video was spliced, was cut. And how do we know? Because there's 1 full minute missing from the footage that we were promised that will be a continuous footage, continuous video. 9, right? That minute, so close to midnight. 5 seconds to go. 6, 7, 8, 9. Hey, What happened?
Now, I want you to listen to what he's about to point out and show you in that corner where I just showed you pointing. And nobody else is talking about this, and I don't understand why. I've spent a day and a half looking for someone else. The only other channel I could find referred back to this guy, and it's the God Rules channel. I gotta hurry. This is about to cut off.
What happened in there? We're here. I'm gonna zoom in case you.
I want to get to the part.
Strange that it was not just. And why does the frame? And by the frame, I say,
Listen,
look at how the size and the orientation of the frame is going to change. I'm going to rewind this again, so you're going to see how it jumps. 5,
watch this.
4, 3. Now it's smaller. First was bigger, and now it's smaller. And eagle eye, the body language bodies, would have noticed that in the upper right corner of this video, something appeared that hasn't appeared in any other point of the video so far. What is this?
And it doesn't appear in any part of the video after.
This absolutely looks like a menu of a video editing app. You see
Damn it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm out of power. At least I got it out to where I was trying to on that part. Why does the video editing app appear? And it is an app. It's not a jump screen. It's not them changing it. My box just died. It's not a jump screen. It's not them changing. Like where they do the switch over. They're talking about since 99 and 2000 when they're talking about the world was going to end and all that crap. It's not that. That's not how it works or looks. At all. Why would the screen get smaller after that? Only because you edited the video from that point until the screen goes back larger. All the video is edited when that screen is smaller because it's been run through an editing app and it changes the pixelation, not the pixelation, the ratio. Sorry, y'all. I'm sitting in a puddle of water, too. Anybody normally probably think I peed myself. Okay. Now, I want to go back because in my opinion, the deity and this ties in together. Part of the Thelema religion is the sex magic. Okay? Bodily fluids are important. Especially the male's reproductive fluid. I'm trying to think how I can say it. And there was testimony about Diddy rubbing it on himself. That is supposed to bring closer to deities that bring power, influence, and wealth in the areas that you want it to. But you have to serve those deities to get that. Now, I have questions. First of all, a lot of people have talked about the Jaguar Wright thing. Does she tell the truth? Her YouTube career began on Tasha K and Storm Monroe, as far as I can tell. And the answer, does she tell the truth? Yes and no. I put, when she was in on it with the cool kids, she was down. But as soon as she got ousted, she wanted revenge and to keep her position in any way possible. Her last big break was no one other than Jay-Z. It's available, or it was, in the rounds on VH1 and MTV2. It's a show called Unplugged. And Jay-Z did an Unplugged episode. She sang Mary J. Blige's parts with the Roots as backup. And that was pretty much it. What I have likened to, and I've got notes where I sat and wrote my thoughts down about it when I was watching a documentary. Here's what I think about Jaguar. I think, let's say that me and you were making plans right now to build a house, and we laid out our blueprint and how we're going to do it. And in 20 years, my house gets built, right? But during that time, 5 years into it, me and you have a falling out. And I buy you out. You're not a part of building my house anymore. And when I get the house built, 15 years after I bought you out, you're telling everybody, oh, I know where all the secret rooms are. I know what it looks like on the inside. And then when we go walking on the inside, it's nothing like you said. Because 20 years ago, when we originally made the plans, you would have been right. But during the 15 years that you've been out of the loop, I changed those plans because I, as a person, changed. My goals changed. What I wanted changed. What I wanted to achieve changed. So, when she was in the music industry and working with those figures, that was the goal. That was the plan. That was what was happening. And she can speak on that. But in the 15 years that she's been out of the shit, she ain't doing nothing more than no other YouTuber out here. Reading between the lines and making assumptions and picking sides. That's it. That's it. She don't know shit more than we know about current events and what's currently going on. Nobody that's really in is talking to her. Plain and simple. They're not stupid. If they were stupid, they wouldn't have the power they have. They wouldn't have the wealth and control that they have. Let's think about it. Thank you, Miss Justice. She's even admitted to having to have tattoos and other things covered up. I think they chose to let her go from the program, not the other way around. And I do have some inside info as to why there were allegations of certain things that she did that would cause anybody to lose their job. I don't know. I wasn't there. Now, the Diddy trial, I keep coming back to two main points. 3 ARs with interchangeable magazines that held one of them up to 50 rounds. All serial numbers removed. Where are the charges for those? Wouldn't that be easier to prove in a court of law? So much simpler. I'm confused. And then the prescription meds. I know somebody in my town that was stupid. Okay, stupid. They didn't have money. But I think it was a recent case, NBA Youngboy in Utah. He was facing 72 years because he stole a prescription pad and wrote prescriptions for narcotics and had people going to get them and had a ring where people were going to get them for him in their names. We had testimony in open court that assistants went to pick up medicines, and when they got to the pharmacy, that prescription bottle had their name on it, and they hadn't even been to a doctor. Didn't even know they was getting the medicine. When they arrested Diddy, he had narcotics. They're on the schedule for prescription meds in a pill bottle addressed to him with the name Frank Black on it. Which he frequently used as an alias. Other assistants literally went and picked up the medicine in the name of Frank Black. A doctor either had a prescription pad stolen to be able to have that happen, or was complicit. Which made me wonder too about timing. I was talking about a minute ago. We're getting into the timing part. Sorry, you guys, I'm burning up. Trying to see what it says. No, I don't think the Kim Porter book was real. I think it was I think somebody had notes from a diary. Like, you know how you get a diary and you start it and you never finish it? I think somebody had that. It was maybe a month's worth of notes or two. And I think they added a lot to it. Hello. It looks like Sharon. Going back to the prescription thing. So shortly after the trial wraps, a little thing flew under the radar for a lot of people. I noticed it because it had affected North Carolina greatly. And it's the, hold on. Fake names, doctors. Oh, so insurance, Medicaid, Medicare fraud, $14 billion bust. That included doctors, pharmacists, PAs, medtech. I mean, it was a whole, gamut of medical professionals. Could that be why we didn't hear about the prescription and doctor portion of that? Could that bust tie into this? Could some of those doctors, because let me say this, if you are writing a prescription for someone that doesn't exist and billing an insurance company to fill those, or if you're writing it for somebody that does exist and you're knowingly writing it in their name and it's going to someone else, but that person's insurance is paying for it, that's fraud. That's fraud. That's insurance fraud. I don't understand why Diddy wasn't charged with those prescription crimes and those pew-pew crimes. Those two things are black and white. There's no gray areas. You either did or you didn't. You either picked it up, you took it, you got it, you had it in your possession. It's kind of like the rug charges. You had it on you. Why were you not charged? And I went and looked at amounts. When in the hell is 4 ounces of Mary Jane personal use? It's not for an average American citizen. When is 4 grams of nose candy personal use? 4 grams. I don't understand. So what I'm seeing now is there's a different set of rules. And a lot of people have said this, but they're showing it. They're telling it. I mean, there's not even any mid ground on it. I I don't get it. Like, just like that Epstein bar. Are we supposed to forget? I mean, are we supposed to forget? A lot of people in this country, myself is not one of them, voted for you, Donald Trump, because you promised the Epstein files, you promised the JFK files, you promised the Martin Luther King files, and you've not delivered on any of that. And now they're calling you out. They're calling you to task, and they want to know what's up. You're about to see the media tide turn. Every time your recommended list now in your algorithm, instead of showing pro-Trump stuff, it's going to be showing against Trump stuff. That's what I'm here to tell you too. Mark my words. I wonder too, Brenda. Also, I don't know if y'all watched the interview with the George guy that's the juror in the Diddy case. Here's something I found out. He was juror number 6. He's the one that was dismissed, as I understand it, before. Or he was he was an alternate juror. My bad. Alternate juror. And he lied to CNN. He knew from Jump Street that he was an alternate. They always differentiated that. I was watching the trial daily through Inner City Press tweets, and they walked in the same way. The alternates were always the last ones that walked in. They were not seated where it's just different. So he lied. Also, he's talking about his 300 pages of notes and all this crap. Well, okay, cool. What about the fact that you stated, we thought, we said, we are not supposed to be discussing it? He was an alternate. Alternates did not even go into deliberations. So who's the we that you were talking to during the trial? And why were you doing that? Because that's a violation. His interview possibly gave Diddy's team jury nullification. And I think they're moving sentencing back because I think they're investigating that. And he may get completely off. And you'll have blood on your hands, man. In my opinion. Guys, I gotta figure out what to do. I'm gonna try to find some way to get some drink and not go to jail. Day 2, no food. First day, no drink. Peace, love, and light. Anybody that would like to help support me or the channel, please hit the thumbs up. Please hit the subscribe. Please watch the videos all the way through. Can't really ask for anything more. If you want to support any other way, I do have PayPal and Venmo and all that stuff. By the way, I want to say this. A name similar to one of my subs sent me a Venmo friend request. And when I reached out to her, she's not responded, but she's read it. I'm worried that she's been hacked. And I want you guys to be real careful and just watch and be careful. I don't want anyone to get hacked or to have anything untoward. So just putting that out there. I get more information about that, I will bring it to you guys. If I'm able tonight, I'm going to try to do a live stream. Can't do it anymore from McDonald's. I can't even really go sit there for more than 2 hours at a time, even when I make a purchase. So, I'm just trying to figure it out right now so I can get some power and have a fan, because I'm burning up. Sorry, y'all. Peace, love, and light. I hope to see y'all all later tonight. If I have to end up going to the hospital, I'll let y'all know. Thank y'all. I can't see what it's saying. I got sweat in my eyes. I'm so sorry, Miss Justice.